And cows are like all female mammals. I am not trying to talk down to you when I speak about animal issues. It's just that people don't think that animals go through the same things, the same emotions that you go through.
I'll be with you in a minute.
In order for a female mammal to give milk, she has to be pregnant. Every year, every cow in every dairy farm is raped. A long steel device shoved in their vaginas to inject them with bull semen, or sometimes they use a bare hand. This forces the milk flow. And after she gives birth, babies are stolen. And let me tell you something, the worst scream I have ever heard, and I've heard them all firsthand. When I started finding out about this stuff, a little over 15 years ago, I was like everybody else. I didn't believe it was that bad. I thought everybody was exaggerating. But unlike everybody else who just blows it aside, brushes it off, I actually went to see what was going on. I spent 6 weeks at Thornapple Valley Pig Slaughterhouse in Detroit in 1993. I broke into animal research laboratories. I broke into fur farms. I went behind the scenes of every circus and every rodeo that ever came through Michigan. Worst scream I've ever heard. A mother cow on a dairy farm, as she screams and bellows her lungs out day after day for her stolen baby to be given back to her. And I can only imagine the same scream every woman in this room would make if somebody held you down after birth and stole your newborn baby from you. And why did they take babies away from their mom? Well, the dairy industry can't have little babies sucking up all that milk that was meant for them when they'd rather sell it to you instead. Every time you have a glass of cow milk, some calf is not. And mother cows make milk for one reason anyways. During Q&A we're about to have, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm no politician. Bring up anything. If you went online before I got here, saw my radical essays that got me kicked out of countries, bring them up. There's one question. I will not entertain them. You cannot ask me why cows make milk, thus if it's good for us. Shouldn't we be feeding it to our kids, Gary? Shouldn't we be having it? Nature took care of this one at the beginning of time. Cows make milk for their babies and for their babies alone. Case is closed forever, permanently. No debate, no discussion. They don't make milk for baby elephants, baby orangutans, baby hedgehogs, baby rabbits, baby rats, baby humans, adolescent humans, or adult humans. This body of ours has absolutely no need for cow milk, like it has absolutely no need for giraffe milk. And zebra milk and rhinoceros milk, hippopotamus milk, camel milk, deer milk, antelope milk, horse milk, pig milk, dog milk, or cat milk. The only milk that we ever need is our own mother's breast milk when we're born. That's it. And when we're done weaning, we never need one drop of milk ever again. No species on this planet needs milk after they're done weaning.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back. So, we will be talking about crypto. I just like to start my broadcast off with some information you may not be aware of. That, my brothers and sisters, is Gary Roski. He started animal rights when I did, many, many years ago, but he did the right thing a lot earlier by really delving deep. I have a link for his speech. I'll put it in this video below. I have it on my main site. Do me a favor. Just watch it with an open mind. I'm not telling you what to do or what to believe. At least listen to the information through this speech. Just watch it and listen. No matter what the outcome is after that, I believe you'll at least learn something. Also, there's another one I'd like you to watch, and you'll see it, is Dominion. If you can do that for me, it'll look like this. I'll put the link below. It'll look like that. If you do that for me and let me know, I'm curious. So Gary Roski's speech, I'll have the link below and on my site under the Tangem stuff, and then the Dominion. If you watch those both, get back to me. I want to know what your thoughts are. Also, his site, he doesn't do it anymore. He's burnt out and retired for many reasons I won't go into because we're getting into crypto now. But it'll open your eyes to many things. This is adapt.org. You can learn a lot of information. Just check it out. I'm curious what your reaction is and what your thoughts are. Just some facts. And that's an old speech from like 2009. I'll have the correct link below for YouTube. Both are free. And, just go off of what he said, and then we'll get into crypto, is milk. We've been having it our whole life, right? Our parents and their parents and their parents. The truth of the matter is it's a lactation from a dairy cow for their baby to grow to 1,500 pounds in a couple of years. We're humans. Like you said, the protein's not even that large in that compared to rat milk and dog milk, right? Why aren't we drinking that? Well, we selectively bred and went with dairy cows, and they're submissive. And we, just so you know, there's hormones. There is something called pus in it, fecal matter, because they are, well, I'll let Gary explain it when you get to it. But why? Just think about it for a second. Why would you drink breast milk from another species after you've been weaned off your moms that they breastfed you? All right, onto crypto, brothers and sisters. And later I will get into some health stuff. You guys can cut out then if you don't want to hear it. But I got a couple questions in regards to anemia for new vegans or people thinking about it. I'll go into that in a little bit. But let's now onto the market. I have a few things to discuss to try to help my brothers and sisters. So what a week, huh? We have Bitcoin here at 70. You know what I haven't liked this weekend? The volume. Look at, we're at 90 here. Yes, it's a holiday weekend, if I guess, but all week it's been light, right? It has not been over 200 billion, at least from what I was seeing, and that's not great. We want to see that. That shows me that retail is not heavy into it at all. A lot of outflows, smaller inflows with BlackRock and the ETFs. Hopefully that'll change. Hopefully after, we need a good week this week. We have to get the momentum going back up. We need to get this consistently over 200 billion, our volume here. We need to edge up towards 3 trillion. And importantly, we have to get over $73,000. We have to hit some of those shorts and pop us up and get the momentum going. So some things have been popping up, but let's just go over the big boys real quick, right? ETH, just stable-ish here. Even with all the stuff going on, that wants to fight back over 200. Need to have that happen. They had some issues, as you guys know, yesterday. I'm not going to get into news. I'm not going to get into all the details that you can get on every other channel. It's just, this is supposed to be different for you guys, right? You listen to many other channels. I want to differentiate and get to the stuff that you guys always ask me about. XRP, come on. So a lot of people are just fed up with XRP and they're getting out. And, it's being suppressed at this point. Ripple is suppressing it. Ripple is selling. That's the only way they are making money. They don't have a ton of deals. And, I'm in a ton of it. I just, let's just get it to $1. It has no momentum. This and Cardano. Look at Cardano is going to be out of the top 10 soon enough. Avalanche will be taking over. And then Shiba probably will. It's scary that a meme coin is up here at number 11. That speaks a lot. But Cardano and XRP to me are worthless. I own them both. Own a bunch. I've given up thinking XRP is significant, right? Everyone thought they fought the war for us and everything. Yeah, it's great. They had no choice. What are they going to do? Go out of business? So they used a ton of their earnings from selling on us and dumping on us to pay for the lawyers, pay to win. So that's good. But what did it get us? 63 cents. It got up to $1 and then been in this range forever. So it's a stable coin. Same with Cardano. So nothing great. I hate Polygon as well. Love the project. Hate the price. It's ridiculous. And if you listen to the big boy, all the other bigger channels, it's going to pop. It's going to pop. Is it really? It may. Same with Cardano and XRP. But look at the supply. Look at the volume. Volume's great, yet it doesn't move. Can it see a couple dollars? Sure. But do I think it's going to get to the $10 that people think it is? It certainly could. I don't think so. I'm certainly not going to wait for that. And I was smart enough to not get enough of it to give a crap. My personal opinion, I wouldn't put a penny into Cardano, XRP, or Cardano ever. If you are up a good amount and you want to sell it. To me, it's not a horrible idea. I'm not doing it just because I know after I sell it, it's going to pop up. And, I got enough definitely of XRP, where that'll piss me off too much. I'm up money. It's just basically a stable coin, and it's like having it in a bank account at this point. I'm up a good amount, so it doesn't matter. Cardano, not as much. And same with Polygon. I'm up money on Polygon, but I don't have enough of it to care. I had a ton of it last bull run and watched it go up and watched it go down. I didn't lose money on it, but it's like no one gives a damn about all the stuff they have going. If they did, it would be at $5 freaking. So near struggling, can't get back up to $9 yet. So you can tell with a ton of these that the narrative, it's just not back. Stacks is stagnant these days. It can't get to $4 again. Just not on fire. The market is not on fire. To me, that is great because it's accumulation time. I'd rather see it on fire, right? Everyone wants to see things rocking and rolling, but let's check out Banter Bubbles. It's nothing special, right? I mean, more red than green. I told you it's going to be kind of it could be a weak weekend, and so far it certainly is. Ondo trying, nothing great. It was, pushing 93 cents. Patron might start its leg up. I'm not in it. Don't care to be. Yeah, so just nothing great on these, in my personal opinion. Let's take a look at Coinbase. I like the way they set these things up. It's just a little cleaner than CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. I love those. I use those more, but for showing purposes, I like this in regards to certain things. So I have a ton of this SpareX, and it's up 16%. I'm in below a penny. Do I love the project? No. Do I think it's worth accumulating to make some money on? Hell yes. I'm going to go into this type of Maple and all that kind of ones I didn't invest in for certain reasons. In a bit, like a dog with hat. I'm not in that. Daughter's boyfriend is, but not my bag. Even though I think it'll keep doing better. What's the market cap on that? Yeah, depending on what happens here, it could have a long, good run. Could see another billion put onto that thing, market cap. So nothing too crazy, right? It's Goldfinch. I'm in that, so that's related to Maple, related to Ondo in the RWA space. I went with Goldfinch, not near enough at $1. Just as I mentioned the other day, the volume was horrible, so I just kind of went in that. And then when Ondo came out, I went all in on Ondo. Maple, I'll go in. I'm gonna ADD a little bit here. Maple, I was gonna go in at about $11. I knew it was gonna pop up eventually, especially with the RWA narrative coming. Getting hot because the market circulating supply is so low. So when it pops fast. When it drops fast, right? I always say with these low circulating supplies, they really have an easy time of moving, but if that's both directions. Here, come on. Aerodrome, quite a pullback on Aerodrome, and get Benki. Not as good as it was, but it's still, it's up 4%. I bought more yesterday. I keep buying more of that. And Polyswarm, I'm in so low. I just was thinking of buying more, but I have hundreds of thousands of these. PNG, told you, not to sell it at this point. Let's see Velo. Velo's, was on fire. That's struggling. We hit a peak. We were looking really, really good. Look at that, almost 40 cents just on fire. It just, nothing has steam right now. Nothing has steam. Let's see, the volume is probably pretty, still 52 million, not bad. And look at, market cap. It's got a long way to go. We just got to get some fire back going. We have to, that's the problem with these markets, right? When things get on fire and then the rest of the market comes down, it eventually drags a ton of other things down. When something starts to get it flowing, it gets brought down. If something's trending up, it gets brought down pretty quick when the market or Bitcoin, really Bitcoin comes down. This is taking a beating, circuits value. I bought more the other day. I'm good. I'm in so low. I'm hurting my average cost a little bit, but I just think this is gonna, pop up to 20 cents eventually. That's why I have a ton of it. I'll go over more of ones I have. So this might be a little bit longer of a video. You can put it in fast speed if you don't want to listen to my boring voice forever. And like I said, Natalie and a few others, I will get to the health stuff a little later. So Maple, okay, look at this right here, up 13%. I believe I was going to buy this. I was looking forever, $11 or something like that. I started following it here and there. I wasn't even thinking about buying it until, right there, and then popped up. I'm like, oh, looks good. Looks good. Followed it all the way down. Just been watching it, and I'm like, all right, when it pops, it pops. But here's the deal. Why I didn't get it, right? I'm not in to make $1,000. I'm not in to make $20,000. I'm not in to make $30,000 on a project. Every project I'm not, $30,000 doesn't excite me. I'm not some whale or anything. You guys might have a different strategy. If $1,000 works for you, that's awesome. That's a ton of money. And I don't sneeze at it or laugh at it at all. That's just not what I'm doing. So for me to make $13,000 on this, let's say, or 20, let's just say double it. All right, I'm buying in at here. I got to put in 13 grand. Okay, put in 13 grand. Boom. If I can get it to $30, right? It's not there right now. I double my money, okay, let's say I sell it and take out taxes. They take 40%, 30%, depending on what, it's small, short-term capital gains. To me, it doesn't make sense when I can buy a ton of Ondo. I can buy a ton of, if I believe in the narrative of RWA, right? So I bought a ton of Ondo and I didn't spend 13K, right? But I'm already up. I've already gone from 21 cents to 93 cents. You see what I'm saying? This is doubled. I'm not saying this can't go up to 100. It easily could go to 100 with, first of all, the volume's not great, but it doesn't take a lot of volume when you have 4.4 and Ondo. Let's say Goldfinch. Goldfinch, I think it's 25. Yeah, 29 million. And I believe total supply is probably around 100 million or something. 18, right? So even though this is at $4 and I bought it at $1, it takes more to move this, even at $1. It takes more to double it than Maple, right? My point is it'll take less volume to move this than it'll take to move Goldfinch, and definitely Ondo. Okay, because Ondos were like at a billion. Right, so 91 cents, right? 1.4 billion versus 4.4 million. 4.4 million versus 30 million. I don't know when the rest, they're going to have a token release, but they are. So do you see what I'm saying here? Market cap circulating supply means everything in crypto. So when you see something at a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, and it has 20 billion tokens, to move that is going to be a hell of a lot more difficult than this at $23 that has 4.4 million circulating supply. I hope that makes sense. When you're going to buy something, when you're looking at something, you have to look at circulating supply. You have to look at market cap. You have to look at the token unlocks. And also this, this is number 458. So there's a ton that goes into this when you're thinking about buying something. the narrative, the token supply, the token unlocks, the volume, where it's at, popularity. But here's the thing. When people come into this market, when retail starts coming in, and they already are a little bit, a lot of you are, and I love it, newer, and I love helping you. You're people who I love helping the most. It's just great. And I'm very happy when I get things like, Jody, I've done this, and I've doubled my things. I've tripled what you told me. That's great. I'm not a genius. You did it. You took the risk. Good on you. I'm happy for you. If you make money, I am happy. So we need to look at all that stuff. And when retail fully comes in, they're going to look at Bitcoin at $80,000, $70,000, $90,000 or $100,000. They're not going to buy it. They're not going to want to spend $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 for a Satoshi, a little bit of Bitcoin. They're going to come in and look at Goldfinch at $4. They're going to look at Ondo at $1, maybe at the time. They're going to look at, SparX, at a couple pennies. That's what they're going to buy. And this is not a bad token supply, right? It's just no one knows of it. Not a ton of people know of it. But, 8.5 million, that sucks, but it won't take much to pop this up. Because once it's on the list of biggest movers, all of a sudden it gets momentum. It's all about excitement, momentum, and what people are, Velodrome, same deal. It picked up steam just because of Aerodrome. That's all. People who started on this wanted to jump into this, and then you see Aerodrome, it's retracing back. Both these were on fire. They're retracing back. This should be at $1, but it lost steam. Will it get back? I believe so, but it might trade sideways for a little bit. Everything's kind of trading sideways. So I hope that helps. Reach out to me, comment, let me know if that makes sense. We have to take everything. We have to look at everything. We have to do our research. It doesn't take a ton of research, but look at the things at least that I pointed out. So I hope that helps. I will move on a little bit. So market in general, it's just kind of there. We have to see what happens this weekend. Tomorrow with Easter and everything, it could be very, very light. So let's check out a little bit of my portfolio. Okay, so as I've always discussed, I'm so heavily diversified. I think I'm at 42 coins, I said yesterday, something like that. Projects, whatever, let's call it projects. Ton of it's down, but 9, 10 of the projects that are bigger moves and are up, so I'm in good shape. So we want to be diversified, but if we have very little cash, let's say we have $5,000 to $10,000, we don't want to be heavily diversified. 1,000 here, 500 there. You're not going to make the money you want. We want to pick less projects that have more promise. We want to pick the velodromes, the aerodromes, better the ones that haven't moved yet. But I have no problem with, look at how Velodrome moved from 8 cents up. People would have been scared to buy it at 14 cents, 15 cents. I wasn't. I was not. And it worked out. And some of you also weren't. You're asking me, is it too high to buy right now? Well, I don't know. Right now, I don't think it is. No, I think hopefully it'll have a next move up. But people were asking me that at 20 cents, 19 cents. I said, hell no, in my opinion. And I bought more. And it's fine. So when people tell you not to buy in the green, I always say this, it depends on what's going on. Now remember, everything will halt. Everything will, if it rises very quickly, it's going to halt. It's going to retrace. People are going to take profits. It might lose momentum like AIOZ has. But so I just want to go over a few things that I'm in. I'm in Bitcoin. I'm in Stacks. I'm in Ondo. I am in PNG, Pangolin. I'm in Threshold. T is the ticker, right? I'm in Benki. I am AIOZ, which is at 83 cents. That sucks. Why does that suck? Because I was up. I'm up great money, but I was up. I'm down, I don't know, 100K on it, something like that, or 70 something. I'm not going to fully go into the details. I think, at $1.09. If I would have sold it all, but then I would have had to give it away to half of it to the government. So we'll get into profits taking in a little bit. But AIOZ, to me, right here, if the AI narrative picks up again, because right now it's hurting a little bit. It's had such a big move. I'm hoping things, we had the conference, NVIDIA and everything. I'm hoping the momentum's not over. It could be for a bit. The momentum could be for a bit and it could die down and come back. But I can tell you this, if the market picks up next week, and I mean significantly, so will the AI. market. Would I buy Fetch? No. Would I buy Ajax? No. Would I buy Ocean? No. Those are all merging supposedly in. Only thing I would buy, me, is AIOZ. That's the only thing I'm doing in AI. I wanted to buy Ocean the other week, but after I hear about this narrative, them merging in and it's going to be one token, I'm staying out of it. I don't know how that's going to work out. Probably be fine, not my bag. So AIOZ, Velodrome, Aerodrome, Near Protocol. Of course, I'm in XRP and Cardano. C, that needs to get its move up. Like I said, that SEI was having a big run up, and then when Bitcoin took a crapper, it came down with it and has not been able to get back up over $1. That should be at $2 freaking at this point. That shows me that we are not near the parabolic bull run, not even close. Hopefully we do. You never know. Could be, like I always say, these could all go to zero if the market gets cut short and something catastrophic happens in the world. I'm in AMP. I'm in Cody. I'm in Pond. That's Marlin Pond. All these are up right now, except for AMP. AMP is not up. All the ones I've named, I'm up on. I am not in Ethereum, and I'm not going to be. I was last market. I'm not going to be. What is it going to double? Is it going to double? Is it going to triple? Okay, whoopie-doo. I do that every day with other crap, right? I've more than tripled my Velodrome, right? Why would you freaking spend $3,500 for an Ethereum when you spend $3,500 for Velodrome? And it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. Is it a safer play than in Bitcoin? Yeah. But do you guys want to spend 20 grand on Ethereum or 20 grand on a few other projects that you're going to do better on? So that's my theory, at least. AXL, that's Axelar, I'm into that. Solana, Illuvium, Quant, Metis, Aave, all those that I just named there are annoying the hell out of me. They're not doing crap. They will, but you know what? They're not, and those are low circulating supply, and they're all doing crap. They suck. But I'm not selling them. Polygon, XCN coin. Check that out. That is a risk, gamble one. I have, a million of them. It's at 0.0029 right now. I'm in way below that. And it could be totally worthless. I'm just telling you. It most likely will be. I don't care. It's so low you can spend a couple $100 and get yourself a nice amount. I wanted to do $1 million on them. So that's where I'm at. Polyswarm, that's NCT. I like that one. Spirex, that's SPA. Koval, District OX. I'm down on that, but I was up. That's okay. I've had it forever. Scale, doing well. Basic Attention Token, BAT. I was up a ton of money last bull run, but I never sold. I didn't sell because of my stubbornness on capital gains taxes, and it screwed me over. So I've been sitting on it forever. I'm down right now, $8,771. Will it come back? Yeah, I'll get my money out of it for sure. Would I invest in it if I was you? No, I would not. I would not invest in Basic Attention Token. Alchemy Pay, I'm down from the last bull run on that. I'm down like $6,000 on it. It'll come back. Anchor, I wish I bought more of. I like it a lot. I don't like the circulating supply, but I like it. Injective, I'm in. Don't care about that. Not buying anymore. TIA, not buying any more of that. I like the projects, but they're not doing crap now. I think Injective will definitely go up. I think TIA will definitely go up. I'm not buying anymore. Polkadot, I'm in. The Graph, don't care about it, but I'm in. Aether token supply, but I've been in the Graph since last bull run, sold it and bought it back at 10 cents, 9 cents, something like that. Bonk, that's the only meme coin I have. Don't care. I'm up money. Don't care. I'm just going to let it sit. Got 50 million of them or something. Is it going to get to a penny? No. If it gets to a penny, I'd be a happy man, but it's not. I'm just sitting there just to have it. Why not? Goldfinch, Cosmos. Do not buy Cosmos. That's my opinion. H-bar, don't recommend buying that. Will it double? Yes, in my view. I have the V Thor token just for the hell of it. Is it going to do well? Nope, not in my opinion. I have Flare because it was an airdrop to me. I sold out of my fetch, and that's about it. So overall, the portfolio is doing good, but it's not near as good as it was, a week or so ago. That's okay. So, as I mentioned, the AI narrative right now, it's a little dry. We'll have to see what happens. Everything is right now. Nothing's going crazy. this is the time where we think. This is the time where we figure out what we want to do. I want you to, talking about profits, what is your goal, right? Remember this, and I'll stress it a million times. You have to know your goal, right? If let's say you put in $1,000 and you just want to make $1,000, and you put it in a penny, let's just say it's a penny. These are easier numbers, and it goes up, and it's now $2,000, right? So you now have $2,000. You made 1,000, and you're like, yes, I made my 1,000, and you sell it. Remember, you don't have 1,000. You're not getting 1,000 profit. You have to take the money out for taxes. Take out at least 40% off, ramp it, put it in your bank, take it out for taxes. Because the worst thing you want to do is put it in. You now have $2,000 and you put it into something else and you lose money on it. Then you have to pay taxes at the end of the year, and whoops, you got to take it out of your bank account and not your profits. I hope that makes sense. Remember, short-term capital gains is before a year in America. But I'm not telling you not to sell. Just take out money for taxes. If you make $10,000, right, over a month or a week or a day, and you put it right back into a project, I do not recommend that. If you make $10,000, take out $5,000. Put it off ramp it. It's on the sidelines. You now have $5,000 to play with. Think of if you made $10,000, you only have $5,000 of profit, right? You're not gonna have to pay the $10,000 in taxes, but it depends on how you do this year. If you make $1 million or $300,000, your taxes are gonna be higher. You're gonna have some serious short-term capital gains. So we need to offset that somehow. You never know when the bull market's gonna end. So you do have to pay close attention. Don't do what I do and be stubborn about things. I do know when I want to sell, but I will tell you this right now. I'm full of shit sometimes because it probably would have been smart if I sold all of my AIOZ the other day, but I'm not doing it. I'd like to make about $600,000 on it. And guess what? After that $600,000, I'll get about $300,000 after taxes if I sell it this year. Just remember that. But that's okay. But I'm not in it to make, sell it for let's say $70,000 and make $35,000. It's not why I'm in crypto. That is not why I'm in crypto. I hope that helps. And that's great money. I should do that. But this was a long bear market. I've been through a lot of bear markets. I'm not in this to make 30 here, 20 here. I'm just not in it. It becomes a tax nightmare. So I'd rather have a couple $1 million things here than take profits then. I hope that helps. If not, comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'm happy to discuss it further. Okay, so with your profits, know what you want to make. If you want to make $500 on something and it's 1,000 and you made $1,000 on it, you got your $500, brother. You got it. Hope that helps. And just know when you want to sell. Know what you want to make on something. Don't get too greedy like me. And it's not that I'm so greedy, it's just the taxes. That's honestly it. I pay a shitload in taxes and it's annoying, and I don't have enough write-offs because I don't have a mortgage. I paid cash for my house. I've got no bills, no debt. I have no debt. And I've never had debt in my life. I'm 51. I've not one day in my life have I ever had credit card debt or a home debt. Even mostly, I had some car debt, but really at 3%. That's the only interest rate I've ever pretty much paid in my life. That and back when it was like 0 point something. Otherwise, I pay cash. We always want to avoid debt. So what are we doing to have dry powder? Are you sitting on a lot of cash? I know I talked to some of my brothers and sisters overseas that are young and just getting into this. Do what you got to do to get, whether it's caddying or, be careful with Uber and all that type of stuff and DoorDash. You don't want to beat on your car to make a couple bucks. If the money's worth it, cool. But I've been telling you for, since November, December, dry powder, dry powder, dry powder. Do what you got to do. Sell. If you have crap laying around, instruments, I'm a musician. If you have instruments you don't need, sell it. If it's collecting dust and you're never going to use it again, or you have stuff, do what you got to do. Now's the time, right? Now is the time to have powder waiting. I have a few $100,000 that I'm playing with that I haven't even put into crypto yet. That's just sitting in the bank to come on in. I'm pretty heavily invested, but it's every day it's like, Truth of the matter is, I like buying in the green more than I do the red now, and that's my mode. Well, it's weird, but I do buy in the red, but I like it when things are going up. I will keep saying this. Everyone always says don't buy in the green, right? I repeat myself a lot for a reason. But when something's going up and it's hot, we see this 100%, 200% over a week, right? So you bought it when it's up 20% and you end up selling it at 100%, or it gets to 100% and it just stays there. Nothing wrong with that, my brothers and sisters. Nothing wrong with that. So don't listen to the bullshit only buying in the red. That's great to do when you can. But no one likes buying in the red. Let's be honest. We like buying when things go up. It's a mental game. I would go into some missed projects, but this video is already getting a little long. So I'm just not going to missed projects. I'll do that some other time. Some projects I'm looking at. So I'm looking to actually, not that many, but I am looking to buy more of this. I'm going to look at, go into some projects. I'm not going to buy Maple, right? That's one that I missed, right? But I don't care about it. And I missed it just because I didn't think so. Suku. That's one that annoys me about one that I missed, because I was going to buy it at like 4 cents. And I should have. I have probably 40 projects to 50 projects that I didn't get into that probably would have been a fortune by now, and I know all of you are the same. You're looking at these projects, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah. I'm looking to get more Goldfinch. If it, probably yesterday would have been a good buy, but I'm in at $1. I have a hard time going from $1 and buying it at $4. So there's not a ton that I'm totally looking at. The truth of the matter is, I might buy some more Velodrome. If this picks up again, and if I see Aerodrome pick up again, if I see Aero heading up, I'm buying a ton more Velo. I mean, how can you not at this price? But I'm not going to do it until I see Aero pick up, right? I'm not going to do it. If Aero picks up, I'm not putting it into most likely Aero, maybe a little bit, but most likely Velo, because I think it'll follow behind it. I really do. My opinion. So, not going to buy any more Solana. Definitely, I'm done with all these top ones, all of them. I'm not buying any. I have no Chainlink. I'm not buying any. What is it going to do? $40, $60? Who gives a damn? Is it a great project? Hell yeah. But I'm not in this for the tech. I think the tech is awesome. No one's using it for the most part. I mean, it's just like building and ideas. So just so you guys know that, crypto's all, for the most part, just speculation. It's just speculation. It is kind of securities in a sense. It's just speculation, right? I mean, it's just a way to make money before they try to screw us over. So none of these are buying. I like Render, not buying it. What's it going to do, right? It's already killed it, Okay, I like the circulating supply, but the market cap's already 4.2 billion. Is it going to double or triple? Could it get to 30 billion? It might. It could. If the AI narrative goes crazy, but it's just not for me. It's just too. If it was $6, $7, yes, for sure. I think I'm done with Ondo. Axelar I have a ton of. So, I mean, there's just not a ton that I'm looking to accumulate. Definitely, I'm staying out of metaverse. Look at it; it's actually doing fairly well, Sandbox, but it's not for me at all. Have enough quant. I think this is crap. Unfortunately, it should be much higher with the circulating supply and everything, but it's just not catching on. Everyone was talking about it so well. I think C is still possibly a decent buy, but I don't know how good it's going to do, C and SUI. So, I'm not doing Optimism or Arbitrum. So there's not a ton that I'm fully looking at. I'm looking at newer projects that come onto Coinbase, because that's when I like buying them. I know people use DEX, and it's just not my bag anymore. This and Kraken, I kind of use, and mostly Coinbase. So what I will say, so I'm hoping this helps a little bit, guys. What I will say about right now, you're seeing the bigger crypto YouTubers starting to push sponsors. I mean, even Wendy's like doing videos for sponsors. They had such a bad bear market, except for maybe Altcoin Daily, that they're desperate to. I mean, a lot of them just share all their personal information, right? You know exactly what's going on. They even tell you how desperate they are and how they need money and they want money, and this, and you know, they're sponsoring stuff that, where's the moral conviction? So just be careful with that. Be careful who you listen to. I think you should even listen to the scumbags out there and all that and see what they have to say. Just take it with a grain of salt. Do your own homework. You know, Altcoin Daily is definitely good. Don't listen to the sponsored crap. Like he's did a wallet thing today. I do want to touch on wallets real quick. Tangem Wallet. It's the only one I use. Am I sponsored by them? No. Not sponsored by anyone. Not sponsored by anyone. Would I be sponsored by someone? Yes, for if I believed in it. Would I buy for Ondo, for AIOZ in a second? In a second. Just because I believe in it. Am I looking for that? No. So, Tangem Wallet, okay? You can use my code. If you care to. Get money off. If you do, I will. If I get enough of these, my code, you go here. I will. This here is the code. Yeah, that's discount code. Right, vegan C right here. Use that. You'll get 10% off. Why do I like Tangem? And if you do that, there is something that I get, but I will not keep any of it. I will. It will be going to help these lads, and maybe actually, if enough people get them, I will do something for you guys. I'm happy to if I get to like 500 or 1,000 subscribers or something. If you guys do CBD or anything like that, let me know. I can do that as a giveaway. I only want to do things that help you guys. Why Tangem Wallet? Tangem is the easiest and I believe the safest. It's the only one I use just because, I don't like to get overly complicated. I've used so many others and I hate them. When I first got turned on to Tangem, I'm like, holy cow, this is what I've been waiting for. So I have a couple sets of them. I absolutely love them. Love them, love them. It's just, you download the app on your phone, then you put the cards to it, and you do the backups. Always get the 3-pack. That's because then you hide the cards, around your house where you're gonna need, where you're not gonna forget them. You come up with a little access code, and you're done, brothers. It is the easiest thing in the world. I wish it was out 9 years ago, but anyways, if you don't, just they're cheap as hell. Even if you don't want to get your stuff off of the exchange, which I don't do. I don't get them all off. I really don't. But a ton I do. Get yourself one to have. You don't get a ledger. Do what you want. At least get some type of wallet. To me, I need something easy. I need something convenient. The thing is a credit card. Check it out at least. At least check it out. Do what you need. You don't have to use my code, but if you do, cool. So, but back to the YouTubers, just be careful with that. Just be careful with all the the iTrust and all that stuff. I wouldn't. I think iTrust sounds like a cool idea. It scares me too much. I'm not investing I'm not turning over my 401k, to that $1 million over to iTrust and Bitcoin. Yeah, buy the Bitcoin yourself. Buy the stuff yourself and put it on your Tangem wallet or keep, or some other wallet. Okay. So, there's some desperate YouTubers out there. Definitely Wendy being one of them. She seems nice and all, but when people are getting sponsored and I'm sponsored for this, I'm sponsored for that, they're being paid to talk about things. Altcoin Daily is paid to talk about projects. Oh, we're partners in this. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Isn't that a conflict of interest? Huh? Isn't it? So let's be careful about that. But I do have to say, I'm not trying to be hypocritical. There's projects that I would do the same for, but that's not them. They're taking what they can get. They get like $50K per review per TJ at Discover Crypto. Be very careful with those guys. The only one I really like over there now is the most is Josh. Josh, he's kind of douchey, but he, aren't we all? I'm sure some of you think I'm a douche. I'm trying the best I can, but he's a knowledgeable guy. I have to say, though he's on his picks. If you look at what he's talking about now and DZ and all them, and then you look at when I started talking about him, I'm not trying to be a worm here, but they're a little late on many things. But they do, decent job. I just wish maybe they broke off and did something different. Josh should be on his own and have his own channel. It'd be the way to go. The conspiracy stuff on blockchain, whatever they call it, the basement, I can't deal with anymore. Drew's seems like an okay guy, but he's kind of lost his marbles a little bit. And the dollar's not going to zero. Sorry, not happening. Not anytime soon. So, a couple key takeaways. Get dry powder. If you have dry powder, pick some moves. Comment. What do you need from me? I've been answering all of you, and I love it. I want to say thank you for getting me. I'm at 103 subscribers right now. That's my videos are nothing special, as you see. I'm not putting any dynamics. I don't even have a microphone. I'm just trying to help. This is not my job. My job in life is to help people and the voiceless. And if I can help you guys anyway, which I know I have, it's my pleasure. And in regards to, I'm going to get into a couple health things right now. And vegan aspect, all I'm trying to do in regards to, I'm not a pushy, not an angry vegan. I was at one point many years ago. All I'm trying to do is have people open their eyes. So please watch Dominion. Please watch the Gary Yourofsky speech below. Please, and let me know your thoughts on it. I'm not here to debate you guys right now. Just watch it, give it some thought, have an open mind. All I'm trying to do is explain things that you may not know. You may not be aware of. It's not your fault. It wasn't my fault. We just are hidden from the truth of many things. If you eat animals, you wear animals, that's your business. But remember, they're innocent creatures, and they're bred. They're genetically modified and tortured. For our pleasures in our domain. I'm just trying us to have our moral convictions that we do with other humans that we love to the innocent, to our dogs or cats, and our horses. We should extend that to pigs and horses and or sheep and cows and chickens. All those things are not natural in the world. They are. I got into a debate with a woman from Pakistan the other day, actually at my bank. We had a great conversation, but she wasn't very religious, but she was using the Quran and halal as, it's okay. And because it's in the book. And I said, well, I was just at a halal slaughterhouse 2 weeks ago, a cow one, because I won't go into why I was there, but I've gone to many, many slaughterhouses and farms and all that, because actually the product that the company does sells into there. So I get to see all these things firsthand. I get to go into these sheds with 20, 40,000, 50,000 chickens. That's why we have diseases. All these little babies, they're 6 weeks old when they get slaughtered, but they're genetically modified. Many of them just have heart attacks and they lose all their feathers. They're in sheds. Same with pigs, and cows too, for that matter. Most of them now are just inside sheds and on concrete floors, and it's where all these diseases come from. But these cows are screaming when they go in, and it's even sadder than the screams as their throats are getting slit is especially halal or kosher, because they're not stunned or anything like that, and that stunning doesn't work. They always awaken typically during the slitting of their throat. Is the sound that comes after. It's silent, because the life that was there before is no longer there. And the silence is deafening. And the smell. And you can feel the fear. Sometimes they come in with their babies, or the mother's pregnant, and they cut them out of their stomach and slit the calf's throat. No stunning, just throws it and throw them in the garbage. In regards to health, it's for Natalie. You're anemic and you're thinking of going plant-based. Well, some things to eat off of your meat diet. So it just shows you that you're not a vegan or plant-based and you're still anemic. Well, I don't know if if you've gone through menopause yet or anything. If you've gone through menopause and you're anemic, that's one thing. If you haven't, well, you're going to lose blood every month, as we know. The things to eat if you are anemic, are lentils, quinoa, tempeh, and a good amount of beans. But if you're just introducing that to yourself, I would say very little. I would very little beans, very little lentils. Lentils and quinoa will kill your stomach. You'll get so bloated. You have to ease your way into lentils, legumes, beans of any sort. Soybeans are very tough on your stomach initially. So you have to change your microbiome. You have to actually change the microbes in your stomach to accept that. Because right now, if you've been eating a ton of meat and dairy and all that, first of all, you have to cut out all the dairy, cut that out. But it's going to take time for your microbiome you have trillions. You have trillions and trillions of microbes in your stomach and all over your body, but in your colon as well. So it's going to take some time for them to adjust. First of all, let me back up. My crypto brothers and sisters, if you're bailing out, love you. Thank you for everything. Questions, ask me. Okay, back to health. So some things that, in regards to your anemia and low iron and going plant-based or vegan, plant-based means you sometimes have fish and other products. Vegan means none. And it's really an animal rights thing. It's more of a moral cause. But if you want to be healthy vegan, tofu, molasses, have some molasses, dried apricots, some nuts, cashews, spinach, cooked and uncooked, pumpkin seeds, fortified cereals. Let's see, the tahini. Tahini is great. You can make great dressings. Mushrooms. Mushrooms, always cook your mushrooms a little bit. There are toxins in not enough to hurt you, but in mushrooms until you cook them when they're raw. So be careful with that. Chard, definitely get some bok choy in you. Kidney beans, potatoes, have sweet potatoes as well. Oats. And I could give you some recipes on, how to make like overnight oats, which is very easy. I hope that helps. Natalie, comment. Let me know what other questions you have. Let me know why you're thinking of going vegan. Is it animals? Is it environment? Is it your health? Whatever questions you have, I will help you out. Even do a couple videos for you. But some doctors to check out, Natalie, and other people thinking of going vegan is Dr. Michael Clapper, Dr. Joel Furman, she's a dietitian, Brenda Davis. She's a vegan dietitian in Canada. She's amazing. She'll be great for you. Check out all these videos on YouTube. Dr. Martin Mills, Neil Barnard, Dr. Neil Barnard, Michael Greger. He does nutritionfacts.org. They're more facts, so that might not be as good, but you can search them. These are great doctors to start with. You have me to help you. My wife is a dietitian. She wasn't trained as a vegan dietitian, but that's, she knows the lady cooks and every night for us for dinner. It's just unreal. Let's see how long this video is. Seems like it's pretty long. Don't know what else. That's about it. The market is choppy and not going anywhere. All right. Hope you guys are good. Try to, I don't do a ton of these, so I just tried to get out as much as I could. Thank you all for your support. Let's share if you could. Can we get some more subscribers? Let's see what we can do. And let me know what you need from me. That's all I care about. What do you need from me? All right, brothers and sisters. You be good to each other. And be good to everyone. Please watch Dominion. But first, watch the Gary Yourofsky speech. Bless you.